Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Novita Utari, NPM 18615011. Okay, today I will summarize Article 2 which has been given. We as well as HTP has come to the conclusion that the proposed critical period may be a representative option in a behavioral skill with more breadth than simply L2 syntax learning. In other words, we propose that the window closing of syntax acquisition L2 falls under the closing of a large biological window of opportunity of some kit. To better operationalize a critical period, Jensen proposed a framework distinguishing between neurobiological and behavioral views of the critical period. Jensen suggests that while it may be unreliable to reduce behavior to brain or biological process, modeling the underlying hardware to a behavior could provide insight on the emergence of higher levels of behavior. Jensen further hypothesizes that increased performance in different behavioral domains could be explained by the development of supporting neural hardware. HTP rightly points out that it is hard to say whether any of the identified neural naturational process might correspond to the change in syntax acquisition that we observe. So a framework for examining neural change alongside behavioral performance may be of use in analyzing the developmental trajectory of skills. In the words, combining neural and behavioral approach will allow us to connect the development of one to corresponding change in the other. The prediction list here, based on each framework given its typish data, would be instrumental in further testing this critical period. A short summary of HTP's findings. Use a much larger normal sample to investigate the nature of a potential critical period for second language acquisition. Analysts put the onset of this decline 10 to 12 years of age, making the end of the putative critical period for L2 learning. Though even early life critical periods of language learning have led to the proposal of a style mechanism, periods in L2 have a more nuanced nature than critical periods in a first language, especially when sequentially accurate. Here we present two models: interactive specialization and neurohomogeneism. A region of the brain with high level of specialization will be less plastic in the wake of injury than it would if it were less specialized as region specialist. They are influenced by and so influence their need for specialization. It suggests that behaviors and neural development are a reciprocal process, and over time, regions and networks will become more specialized on their own, as networks interconnected within themselves and enabled. This framework has been used to account for language development. For instance, the comparison in brain activity observed before and after the period of extreme vocabulary growth during early childhood revealed language-related activity that was more generalized both in region of activation and in stimuli to which the word resignation. Applied to all critical questions, this might offer some solution to this allowing longitudinal study of language networks and or activation or a cohort-based study of the same regions of interest would help to disambiguate this possibility. In particular, difference before and after early childhood and before and after puberty could be compared and tracked longitudinally. In doing so, we may also be able to answer question 2 and observe the development of specialist regions that were clearly involved in the network in early childhood but born out over adolescence and not only tangentially involved. Okay, thank you for attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.